Hello my dudes, my name is Tiffany and today's video we're just gonna be sitting and chatting. It's a little bit of a life update, dare I say. And yes, I'm trying out a different angle. Some of you are disturbed when I'm not in my usual floor spot, but sometimes I like to switch it up, keep you on your toes, show you little corners of my room that you may not have seen. It has come to my attention that we are halfway through 2020. Shocking because it feels like the longest year ever, but also, has anything happened? But also, too much has happened and we're only halfway through the year? So that's how I feel. How are you? Yeah, I wanted to do a life update. I drank half a can of spiked seltzer and I can't speak. I wanted to do a life update because I like to talk about myself once in a while. My last life update, 2020 sucks so far, was posted in early March, which was before quarantine even started. And I thought that 2020 sucked then? Yeah, I just watched that video back today, and that was a time where I was very stressed and anxious and depressed and finding it very difficult to get any of my school coursework done or video work done, and that was a low. And again, that was before quarantine, before the 3-month lockdown and counting that we are dealing with right now. But luckily today's life update will be happier, a little more positive, which feels shocking. It actually feels wrong to say that I'm doing okay. You know, like when people ask you like, hey, how are you? How have you been? Like, it feels weird to say, good. It's like, good, all things considered. Good if I temporarily forget about everything else that's going on in the world. But on the other hand, I'm reminding myself that we have to find joy and peace and happiness wherever and whenever we can. There's no reason for us to make ourselves feel more miserable than usual. So if you're feeling good, enjoy it. In this video, I just want to chat a little bit about, I guess quarantine, a little update about school, college, and some other things that were on my 2020 to-do list. We'll do a little check and see how they're going. Also, I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram for a Q&A, but this is not the Q&A. The Q&A is going to be posted on my vlog channel, second channel, whatever you call it, and that'll get into a lot more questions, a lot more themes. So yeah, 2020 expectations versus reality. I had high hopes for this year, a lot of great things on my list. Personally exciting. I am set to graduate in December of this year, so that is fantastic. Finally get that bachelor's degree in media studies. I turned 25. I mean, you have a birthday every year, so is that really something you can count? I have some financial goals, some business goals, dare I say, and of course political or like activist kind of goals. I started out this year in the cold, cold winter of New York City, in Queens, in the streets, collecting signatures for petitions for delegates. That might make no sense to you. I was on the slate to be a delegate for Bernie Sanders, and I would have had the chance to go to the Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee, which was supposed to be this summer, with people in it. Imagine a convention with people in it in 2020. Nice. Anyway, that's a whole thing. And I was imagining this year, Bernie's gonna get the nomination and Bernie's gonna be president. Bernie's gonna be president in November, and then I'm gonna graduate in December, and then we're all gonna be chilling. Spoiler alert.
All around me are
One of those things is not happening. Am I heartbroken? Absolutely. I'm gonna include more political questions in the Q&A, but that was literally in the top 3 of my year. My personal goals, my personal things to look forward to. First, let's chat a little bit about college. Yes, I am a senior. I'm 24. Did I mention that? Kind of. Living in New York, trying to get this degree, and it's been a long time coming. So I'm excited to be done. And as I mentioned in that last update video, I was struggling in spring semester. I don't know, I was just overwhelmed and like not in a good headspace. And when lockdown started, I was actually so relieved because first, part of my stress was from hearing about COVID before anyone in the US was really taking it super seriously. I was like, so that virus that's going around, are we gonna do anything about that? Are we gonna keep coming to school and everyone's gonna keep commuting on the subways every day? Nice, nice. I was fully prepared to like just stop showing up to classes. But luckily my college closed. Really though, it was a relief because of that, but also feeling mentally unwell and tired. It was just a lot easier to stay at home, even with the added stress of like trying to figure out how to do classes online. Spring semester ended up being very, very difficult to get through overall because, I mean, it's hard to be motivated during this time, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. I found it so hard to do my reading or my assignments because everything just felt so unimportant and irrelevant. I was like, there's a pandemic. Me or any of my loved ones could get sick and other things to worry about. It was such a relief when spring semester finally ended, and I actually did decently well. I mean, they may have been quite generous with grades, but thank you. And then a week later, my summer courses started, so I'm currently taking 2 summer classes, and then I just have fall semester, and then I'm gonna be done, baby. I can't actually fathom what it's gonna be like to actually finish college, have a bachelor's degree, not have to go to school or go to Zoom every day. I do really appreciate college. I appreciate learning, but sometimes you're just over it, you know? Especially when, you know, you're nearing the end of senior year and your college process has taken extra years because of bureaucratic things and transfer nonsense. Yeah, I'm ready to be done. Ready to move on to the next thing. Speaking of next things, a lot of people asked what my plans are post-grad, and I'm like, okay, hold on. Don't try to ask me what I think I'm gonna do after I graduate. Is it even possible to imagine a future yet? I mean, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I'm just being realistic. Like, can we? I don't know. Obviously, though, I'm in a very lucky position to have YouTube. It already is my full-time job. It pays all the bills. And I can continue to do YouTube full-time after I graduate. And on one hand, I'm excited about that because I'll finally be able to fully dedicate my time to my online work and maybe reinvigorate my podcast, which has died now, or maybe start a new podcast, or any of the things that have been kind of on my goal list. But I feel like I haven't had the time while I've been a student. But then I'm also like, maybe I should just also get a regular job. I don't know, as freeing as it sounds to just do YouTube, I also know how isolating and lonely this job can be. And I don't know if it's gonna be the best for me to only have that to do, you know? I think it might be good to have something to get me out of the house, or even get me on a Zoom call to talk to some coworkers. Some kind of work that isn't directly related to like myself and require looking at my own face, hearing my own voice, as much as I love that. But yeah, it is exciting to think about what the future can hold. I've always been very interested in potentially working in documentary. That's just been something that, I don't know, it calls me. I feel like with internet analysis, I can tell stories, I can like retell them, or I can collect little snippets from other videos, but I would love to actually make documentaries about the topics that I'm interested in and actually let the subjects speak for themselves and learn that entirely new art form and challenge myself as a creative. And again, not make myself the face or the focus of the content. But then I'm also like, oh my god, that's a whole new thing, and then I'd have to like be a filmmaker. By the way, I went to film school, or I guess I was a film major before I transferred here and became a media studies major. So I do have a background in film, which kind of makes me feel, I should feel more prepared, but I feel like it makes me feel even more intimidated because I feel like I know how much I don't know. Am I making any sense? Wow, that half can of seltzer. Uh-oh. But now I actually have a really exciting surprise to share with you. And this makes me feel like such a YouTuber. This makes me feel like this is like an influencer moment. But I'm very excited to announce that I have co-created a pair of earrings with Ana Luisa Jewelry. So first I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ana Luisa. I first worked with them about a year ago, last summer, on a few sponsored videos. And I really, really love their brand. They're very focused on sourcing their materials sustainably. So they have like recycled gold or lab-grown diamonds. They're also very responsible in their production, and the business tends to be very transparent, and they want to give you fair prices for very high quality jewelry. You've probably seen me wear these necklaces a ton of times. I have other pairs of earrings from them as well, and they're just stunning. Genuinely wonderful company. Anyway, so late last year, they asked if I wanted to co-create a piece with them, and I was like, interesting. But I was actually really intimidated and scared because I don't consider myself to be creative in a visual way. Like, that does not come naturally to me. So I was like, I like jewelry, I love earrings, but can I design something good? But again, this is a co-creation, thank God. So their design team has been working with me to create this, and it's been really cool because the creative control is like totally free. It was up to me to pick what I wanted to do, but they've been helpful in all of the design choices that I never would have even thought of. So love them. All right, I will show you right now. These are my earrings. First, let me explain my mood board. I made my first ever mood board, all right? I have not been on Pinterest. I don't know how that works, so I had to make a mood board for this. And if you've followed me on Instagram for a couple of years, you will recognize earth tones only. That's a big part of the aesthetic that I like. There was some nature-y elements. There's some kind of desert elements because I was born in Arizona and a lot of my family is out there. And then in terms of jewelry, I've always loved gold and I've always loved turquoise and or other jewelry with other blue stones, because let's be real, me in the wild, I don't know if something's turquoise or not. I'm like, that's blue, love it. But the turquoise element also reminds me of Arizona and it reminds me of my grandma, so that was definitely something that I wanted to include in this piece. So this was the design that we came up with, which is a little huggy hoop. I love a hoop earring. Are you kidding me? All shapes and sizes. The hoops themselves are gold-plated brass. The ear pins are titanium, so they're hypoallergenic. And these little charms, there's a star and there's a moon, and they've got the turquoise in them. And I specifically chose to have them be removable in case you would like to wear the hoops plain by themselves, or maybe switch it up and only wear one at a time, or you go full-blown charmsies. Flexibility, we love it. I'm really, really excited for you guys to see this, and if you are interested in checking out these earrings or any of Ana Luisa's other pieces, because honestly, everything they sell is beautiful, you can click the link in the description, and also all first-time customers get 10% off. There is free shipping in the US, and they do ship internationally as well. So yeah, that is that. That's my surprise. That's my I'm a YouTuber and I co-created something surprise. Thank you so much, Ana Luisa, for working with me. You guys are wonderful. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the earrings. But yeah, I just really love Ana Luisa as a brand. I love what they stand for, love their products, and I love earrings. Are you kidding me, dude? This is such an irrelevant tangent. I did not mean to talk about this for so long. I used to never really wear a lot of jewelry except like a couple of rings. And jewelry is a game changer. Did you know? This is my revelation. Jewelry, ever tried it? Accessorizing? Heard of it? No, really, I feel like in the last few years, I've been trying to dress more maturely. I've been trying to up my style. I've been trying to figure out things that make me look put together or cute or something. And jewelry is definitely one of those things. So yeah, that's my tip. Wear jewelry, it's cute. Anyway. This is why I don't do personal content that often anymore, because it seems so self-gratifying to be like, I'm funny, listen to me chat to myself. But if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Hope I'm not being annoying. But if I am, this is my personality at the moment, and I can't apologize for that. That's actually another thing. So many tangents. That's another thing about my channel growing is like, I now have to think about how I perceive myself as a creator, as a channel, and obviously who I am in real life as a person. And I do think that my videos represent a lot of parts of me, but they don't represent all of me, and especially not like my more casual self, my unscripted self. Like, I think I got a comment on my vlog channel once that I was like being weird or like trying too hard to be funny or something, and I was like, this is just what I'm like when I'm not in internet analysis, so what can I say? Anyway, back to my point. I was supposed to talk more about quarantine. So yeah, we're 3 months into quarantine now, and I feel like I'm very adjusted to the routine. I have always been a major homebody. I like to stay in. My boyfriend and I don't tend to go out. Before Corona, you know, usually the most we would do is ever go to a movie and be out by like 11. Just personal preference. I like to be inside. I like to be home and chilling, usually. So like continuing to work from home obviously isn't a change. Doing school from home is a little bit difficult, but not that much. Generally, like, I'm very used to this, and it wasn't a big adjustment for me. Sometimes I do have to remind myself to like go outside though and get some fresh air for once. Like I'll take a short walk around the neighborhood and I'm like, even with a mask, I'm like, wow, fresh air, sun, what does this feel like? I should do that more often. A few people asked what my quarantine like de-stress things have been or my favorite new hobby in quarantine. I did try to start baking because I've never actually made vegan bakery items, desserts from scratch before. So I bought a bunch of baking ingredients and I had a few recipes from friends and I made vegan brownies and then I made vegan chocolate chip cookies. Both were very good. But baking can be a little bit dangerous because you get tempted to constantly have brownies and cookies in your fridge. I'll just simply eat them all. I have actually been cooking a lot more in quarantine and Nathan has complimented my cooking skills because when we first moved in together years ago, I straight up like could not cook. He asked me to dice an onion, couldn't do it. I didn't know how. I had never cooked before. I had never cooked at home and then I lived in dorms and didn't cook and so hello. So now Nathan and I have always switched off every night making dinner for each other. So now when I actually make something, I'll try something new. I've been making homemade crunch wraps, which is one of my new things. The kitchen turns into a disaster, but it's fun. And yeah, just other little recipes, like simple things. And it feels very calming and relaxing. And I never thought that I would be the type to finally enjoy cooking, but really if you turn it into a time for yourself, you can enjoy it. You know, I just watched an episode of Queer Eye and Anthony basically said that exact thing. So, stolen from Anthony. I also bought a sewing machine, which I used to sew a few masks and haven't used again since. Are fabric stores open? Can I start doing this? I don't know, I would like to. I mean, okay, now it just sounds like I'm a home ec class. I'm like, I'm cooking, I'm sewing. No, but really, I do think there are certain activities, hand activities, what do you call those? I don't know. Hobbies that are not digital, at least, that I think are really satisfying. And it is satisfying to make something, to put in the time to learn how to do something, follow instructions or a recipe, and then you make something, and then you can enjoy it. And that's what I have been enjoying. So I should sew more, okay, you? Otherwise, yeah, I'm just trying to get a hold of my procrastination habits. I'm trying to finish my schoolwork and my video work on time, which is always a struggle. Anyway, let's leave it at that for this video. I have so many more questions on so many different topics for the Q&A on my vlog channel, second channel, whatever you want to call it. So if you're interested in hearing more of my rambling, you can go there. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this, especially if you watched till the end. I'm like, don't know how you could do that. I need to stop being self-deprecating. I like me. It's okay to like me. And of course, if you're interested in checking out my earrings from Ana Luisa, you can do that. Let me know what you think of them. Only positive feedback? No. I'm like, please don't crush my dreams. Don't say you don't like them. I really cannot handle negative feedback on anything. That's all. Okay, thanks, bye.